So I have a question here. It says, if you're showing someone else's dog and the owner is visible to the dog, whether in the same ring or the next ring or outside, how do you make them feel better or make them feel safe?
Okay, so I'm going to take this as it's happening at the moment. And the reason I say that is because it's the first time I'm showing the dog. And I'm basically assessing because the dog did not stay with me ahead of time. The dog has probably been through a handling class with the owner or somebody. And the dog is either brought to my crating setup, I'm doing the grooming and blah, blah, blah. And then I'm taking it over. And so there's not a lot of time to do some bonding that moment. Or I'm meeting the owner ringside and taking the dog and, scooch-a-goo and do all that kind of stuff and walk in and try to show the dog. I will learn from that initial experience whether I'll ever allow the owner again ringside or in view. And I'm not going to ruin the experience on the dog because I'm battling the focus on me because the owner is outside the ring. We've all made the mistake of having an owner meet right outside the ring when we come out with a dog, and that starts the dog always looking for the owner every time it shows from there on in. So it really comes down to the dog. So if it's happening to me at the moment, I assess what the dog is actually looking at, because not all the time it's the owner, or it is doing a spatial look, just scanning. But second of all, from there on in, I hope I have multiple types of bait in my pocket, including as low reward as maybe a dry biscuit to some dried liver to some pieces of chicken. I have only one or two that I've done filet mignon with, but if it's needed, fine. But at that point, my goal is to work on that connection. And I've got a whopping 2 minutes of time to get it and get the focus on me. And so I will actually start attention to name is what we call it in training, but I will start the eye contact, following the food up to my nose and trying to get the dog to look at me and not look everywhere else on what's happening. Pending the experience and how that dog got through it, I come out of that ring and I assess the situation on whether it's something that we can work with and get it better, or whether we have to rearrange how we do this, whether the owner can actually be ringside or not. And so that's how I would handle it.